Alice's Daring Flight in Neverland. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there was a magical place called Neverland. This was a place where children never grew up, where pirates roamed the seas, and fairies danced in the moonlight. It was a place of endless adventure and wonder. And in this mystical land, there were two brave souls who were about to embark on an unforgettable journey. Peter Pan, the boy who could fly and never grew up, was enjoying his favorite dessert, chocolate cake, as he sat on a high branch of the Never tree. His best friend, Wendy darling, was sitting beside him, her eyes wide with excitement as he shared tales of his latest escapades. Peter's passion for flying and adventures was contagious, and Wendy loved hearing every detail. One day, as they sat there, they heard a rustling in the leaves below. Peering down, Peter saw a little girl with bright eyes and a curious smile. Her name was Alice, and she was 7 years old. She had somehow found her way to Neverland, and she was eager to explore this new and magical world. "Hello there," Peter called down, his voice cheerful and welcoming. "Who are you?" Alice looked up, her eyes sparkling with wonder. "I'm Alice," she said. "I've heard so much about Neverland, and I wanted to see it for myself. It sounds like a place of endless adventures." Peter and Wendy exchanged excited looks. They loved nothing more than sharing their adventures with new friends. "Come on up," Peter said, extending a hand to help her climb the tree. "We're just about to go on a great adventure. You can join us if you'd like." Alice's heart soared with excitement. She had always dreamed of having an adventure like the ones she had read about in books. With Peter and Wendy's help, she climbed up the Never tree and joined them on the branch. "Before we go," Peter said, his tone turning serious, "there's something you need to know. Neverland is a place of great wonder, but it's also a place of great danger. There's someone here who we must always be careful of. His name is CaptainHook, and he's our greatest enemy." "CaptainHook," Alice repeated, her eyes widening. "But why is he so dangerous?" Wendy leaned in, her voice low. "CaptainHook is a pirate, and he's always trying to capture us. But don't worry, Alice. As long as we stick together and have courage and imagination, we can overcome any obstacle." Peter nodded, his expression determined. "Exactly. Now, let's go have an adventure." With that, Peter, Wendy, and Alice set off through the treetops of Neverland. They flew over sparkling streams and lush forests, their laughter echoing through the air. Alice had never felt so free and alive. Every moment was filled with new wonders and surprises. As they explored, they came across a hidden glen where a group of fairies were dancing. The fairies welcomed them warmly, their tiny wings shimmering in the sunlight. They danced together, their hearts light and joyful. But as the day went on, their adventure took an unexpected turn. As they made their way to Mermaid Lagoon, they heard a sinister laugh echoing through the trees. Peter's eyes narrowed. "It's CaptainHook," he whispered. "Quick, we need to hide." They ducked behind a large rock, peering out cautiously. Sure enough, there was CaptainHook, his sharp hook glinting in the sunlight as he led a band of pirates through the forest. They were searching for something, or someone. "We have to be very careful," Peter said quietly. "If CaptainHook finds us, he'll try to capture us. But we can't let that happen. We need to think of a plan." Wendy's eyes lit up with an idea. "What if we use our imagination to trick him? We could create a distraction and lead him away from us." Peter grinned. "That's a great idea, Wendy. Let's do it." With their plan in mind, they set to work. Alice gathered some leaves and twigs, creating a makeshift scarecrow that looked like Peter. With Wendy's help, they placed the scarecrow in a clearing, making it look as if Peter was standing there. Meanwhile, Peter used his flying skills to create some noise in the opposite direction. He rustled the leaves and snapped twigs, making the pirates think that someone was moving through the forest. Captain Hook and his men heard the noise and hurried off in the direction of the sounds. When they reached the clearing and saw the scarecrow, they were sure they had found Peter. "We've got him!" Captain Hook shouted triumphantly. "This time, there's no escape." As the pirates closed in on the scarecrow, Peter, Wendy, and Alice made their escape. They flew through the trees, their hearts pounding with excitement and relief. They had outsmarted Captain Hook, and they were safe once again. Back at the Never Tree, they celebrated their victory with a feast of chocolate cake and laughter. Alice felt a deep sense of accomplishment and joy. She had faced her fears and had an amazing adventure with her new friends. As the sun set over Neverland, casting a golden glow over the land, Peter turned to Alice with a smile. "You were very brave today, Alice. And you used your imagination to help us outsmart Captain Hook. That's what makes Neverland so special, the courage and imagination of those who visit." Wendy nodded in agreement. "Remember, Alice, no matter where you are, you can always find a way to overcome any obstacle with courage and imagination. And you'll always have friends like us to help you along the way." Alice's heart swelled with happiness and gratitude. She knew that she would cherish this adventure forever and that she had learned a valuable lesson about the importance of friendship and bravery. As she drifted off to sleep that night, her dreams were filled with the magic of Neverland and the promise of more adventures to come. And she knew that as long as she had courage and imagination, there was nothing she couldn't overcome. The end.
Created by a kid and their parent using Talebot. Click the link in the video description to create your own story.